What's up, you guys? It is me, Leah. How are y'all? It's been a minute. It's been a second. I'm here. I'm okay. Oh my God. Work has been crazy. Work has been nutso. Super busy. But I'm here. There has been a lot going on. I know I promised you guys Destiny content. I don't want to go over Destiny just yet until I see a petition, a civil litigation petition filed by Pixie. There are people like Destiny is widely covered on the internet right now. I think like folks that are covering it are doing like a really good job covering it and staying on top of Destiny and catching him in his lies. But I am more interested to see what happens legal wise, and see what happens like when Pixie files her civil litigation lawsuit, when Sherry goes to the cops. I'm more interested to see what types of actions happen there. So you're not going to see Destiny content from me for a little bit. I know I promised you guys that. I'm so sorry. I apologize for the promise. I don't like making promises that I don't keep, so apologies. But a few days ago on the 7th, Wes Watson was arrested. So I want to say it was like a few weeks ago, we had gone over his gym footage where he had beaten up a special needs person in the gym. And it wasn't just him that was beating him up. It was also his goons. It was also his friends that joined in. This person agreed to meet up with Wes Watson and have like mutual combat, or like agreed to like fight Wes Watson alone. He didn't know the kind of situation that he was walking into. And the guy ended up getting like ganged up on and beaten up on by Wes Watson and his friends. The footage, the gym footage is deeply disturbing. I watched it uncensored and I did not like what I saw. I was deeply passionate. I think every single individual in that entire situation needs to be needs to have like some type of criminal action taken against them, because that is it's just crazy, inappropriate what happened. And it's just, it's not just like it's not just like just the individuals that are just in that group situation, but also like the gym owner, I think needs to be held liable because he allows Wes Watson on his premises, or on his site or gym, knowing that Wes Watson does these types of things and just lets him work out at his gym. And I think it's like a safety risk to others that go to the gym. And the owner just kind of just allows it. Wes Watson has like a pattern of behavior where he's gotten into it previously with a personal trainer at the gym, where the personal trainer asked Wes Watson to step outside. Wes Watson agreed, but instead of Wes Watson stepping outside for a fight, he goes to the gym owner and like tells the gym owner what the personal trainer did. And then the personal trainer was asked to like stop doing business there, but then the gym owner changes his mind and allows the personal trainer to train his clients there, but he just, under one condition, he just can't talk to Wes Watson anymore. So that instance happens, and then there's another instance where Wes Watson has like this occurrence with John Bravo, and Wes Watson decides to message John Bravo and challenge him to like a fight at the gym again. John was gonna show up, and then people were like telling John not to show up, and John, before John could even respond, Wes Watson ended up blocking John Bravo. And so there was that instance too. And that's why I say there's like a pattern of behavior with Wes Watson and challenging people to show up at this gym for a fight. And then somebody actually did show up. The fight actually did happen. And then like this group of people end up beating up this guy that just was only interested in fighting Wes Watson. Now it seems like Wes Watson's argument is, oh, well, this is self-defense. And I pushed back on that in my last video because I don't think that's self-defense. I think initially it was like self-defense, but when you start hitting somebody with a belt or a weight belt, or when you start when your friends start ganging up on that person and the person is clearly surrendering, I, in my opinion, don't think that's like self-defense. I think it's no longer self-defense. Well, the entire situation escalated to where the person that got beat up ended up pressing charges on Wes Watson. And Wes Watson ended up getting arrested. So here's this article from the Express Tribune. Fitness influencer Wes Watson arrested on felony battery charges in Miami. Fitness coach Wes Watson arrested in Miami on felony battery assault charges after an altercation at Elevation Fitness. And then it continues. Fitness coach and motivational speaker Wes Watson was arrested on February 6th by Miami Police Department at 5:30 p.m. Wes Watson faces felony battery assault charges after the incident that led to his detention. Eyewitnesses confirmed that officers placed Watson in the back of a police car, but as of now remains unclear if authorities will grant him bail. Now, Wes Watson, spoiler alert, Wes Watson has had his bail hearing and was granted bail. We're going to go over that footage thanks to John Bravo. He was able to pull it. So it goes, John Bravo tweets, Wes Watson arrested for felony assaults.
And he was arrested today, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Miami, by Miami Police Department. They elevated the charge to a felony battery assault charge. And I know that he is still in custody.
So I guess like the assault, or what happened when he was when the police report was initially filed, it was a misdemeanor. So it seems like, according to John Bravo, it seems like the police report or the police had decided, or the state had decided to increase or upgrade the charges to a felony. So there's that.
Custody. Think about it. A guy goes to prison, 7 years, comes out.
Also, just an FYI, people want to know why John Bravo is like dressed like this or has a hairdo like this. It's because he likes Elvis. That's why. It's not because of the Johnny Bravo cartoon. It's because he's a major Elvis fan.
Tries to change his life. At first, he had such a great message. And then money, fame, greed, power, all of it got to him. And look what the end result is. Him getting arrested today, 5:30, thrown in a police car again.
So the arrest follows previous controversy in late 2024 when Watson made headlines after a viral video showed him allegedly assaulting an individual at Elevation Fitness. Reports, and so like Ash, after like this and the fight happened, Wes had started working out at another gym. And I started seeing footage of him and his goons working out at like some other gym, right? I have now seen like footage of him back at this gym. So I wonder if like the owner is like still letting him work out there. But yeah, that's besides the point. Reports suggest he used a weapon during the incident. So when this is said, they're probably talking about the weight belt in the initial interaction. Because I didn't see in the footage, I didn't see Wes Watson use anything else besides the weight belt. So Wes Watson was initially arrested on December 29th, 2024. This is news to me. I didn't know he was arrested on December 29th, 2024, and charged with simple assault battery, a misdemeanor, but was later released. So somebody tweets, Percy, our relentless love, tweets, John Bravo finally released the uncensored version of Wes Watson assault video. You can go to John Bravo here on X for the full video.
Now take a look. You see the monster lunge forward. I can't tell if he's going after Wes or if he's being pushed from this footage, but you can.
So you can clearly see right here, this guy has a dumbbell, and Wes Watson is pulling. You see the belt in his hand, and Wes Watson is pulling the guy's hair. So he's pulling him towards him. Folks thought like this guy alone had just pushed pushed or lunged towards like this guy had pushed this guy onto Wes Watson, or this guy had lunged onto Wes Watson, and then folks had started to notice like Wes Watson's hand on his hair and then the belt in his hand. So he was like pulling the victim towards himself. And this guy had the dumbbell. This guy, I think all he was doing was like the kicking. It's interesting because like when the arrest happened, they have only arrested they've only arrested Wes Watson. They haven't arrested. I haven't seen anything on this guy or anything on this guy. And it's equally, these two have equally participated in the fighting. And then this guy back here also. And that's why I call them the Goon Squad, because they're equally participating in the fighting. I just don't view all of these individuals, I just don't view them as manly. Like this is just not, this is what you don't do as a man. Gain up on people and just beat them up. That's opposite.
You can see the hassle with the dumbbell in his hand, with his arm around his back, and then Wes is pulling his ponytail.
It's so bad. This is just so bad. I don't even want to play the rest of the video because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But it's just bad. I can't just watching this little part is just bad. These guys right here, I have not seen, like I went on the day that Wes Watson was arrested, I went and followed every single one of these individuals, their Instagrams. I went and checked to see if they were also arrested, and they were not arrested. It was only Wes Watson arrested. So it's interesting that it's only Wes Watson arrested. None of his goons are arrested. This guy has a dumbbell. Nothing's happening to this guy. And it's just like, why is the state of Florida not taking action on the rest of these individuals? In response to the incident, Wes Watson posted a video on Instagram claiming the altercation was an act of self-defense after a taller, aggressive individual challenged him at the gym. He denied any intent to escalate the violence. So this is like just a complete 100% lie. This is just insane that he's saying this. If he's saying this, according to the article, he's saying this. But because the initial interaction is the guy comes up, walks up, or he sets his phone down, and this is why we're seeing like this type of angle right here from the phone, because we're watching this from the victim's phone, right? He sets his phone down, walks up to Wes Watson, talks shit or does whatever, does a shove, like he pushes Wes Watson, steps back, shoves downward, steps back again, and then Wes Watson like starts wrapping his fist up with the belt and then hits him in the face with the belt. So to say he's in the article that Wes Watson is apparently saying he denied any intent to escalate the violence, it's just like, no, you had the, to me, my perspective is you had the belt in your hand, you used the belt. That is the escalation in and of itself. You have to pay attention to the action itself. The belt is in the hand. You decided to use the belt. That's the escalation. Emphasizing the situation got out of hand after the individual insisted on fighting. So I guess he couldn't control the situation, which is like a complete lie. It's like, it's just insane to make that kind of claim, because it's just like, all right, if Wes Watson is making the claim that the situation got out of hand after the individual insisted on fighting, the guy was in the fetal position, surrendering, and you want to sit here, you kicked him in the head, you did like soccer kicks to the head, your goons were kicking him in the back, and you're going to sit here and say that the situation got out of hand. Like you're saying that you can't control your own actions. Like, this is just insane. Wes Watson, or Watson, who founded Watson Fit, is known for his online fitness brand and motivational content. He previously married tattoo artist Valerie in 2019, but the couple divorced in 2022. Watson is now in a relationship with his girlfriend, Angie. I don't even think they're getting like the name of his girlfriend right, because like apparently his girlfriend's like name is Gabby. All right, you guys. So I pulled up the John Bravo video of the bail hearing of Wes Watson. But before we go over that, I wanted to go over the statute. This statute outlines the specific criteria that the judge has to consider when granting a bond. I'm not going to go over the entire statute because some of this stuff is very automatic. It's just dry. And it's like an automatic, okay, yes. Like, Wes Watson's not going to use illegal funds to fund his bond. So it's like an automatic, yeah, he'll be granted bond because he's not using funds from another crime or that specific crime to get this bond granted or to pay this bond. The purpose of a bail determination in criminal proceedings is to ensure the appearance of criminal defendant at subsequent proceedings and protect the community against unreasonable danger from the criminal defendant. When determining whether to release the defendant on bail or other conditions and what bail or those conditions may be, the court shall consider A, the nature of the circumstances of the offenses charged. So like what he was charged for, the weight of the evidence. So like, again, like the video evidence, how much evidence there is, whether like the cops had probable cause in arresting Wes Watson, possibly. So the judge will consider that. The defendant's family ties, length of residence in the community, employment history, financial resources, and mental condition. The defendant's past and present conduct, including record convictions, previous flight to avoid prosecution, or failure to appear at court proceedings. However, any defendant who had failed to appear on the day of any required court proceeding in the case at issue, but had later voluntarily appeared or surrendered, shall not be eligible for recognizance bond. But Wes Watson has not had the issue of failing to appear. So that would just be like an automatic. The nature of the probability of danger which the defendant's release poses to the community, the source of funds, the street value of any drug or controlled substances. So like actually, let's not speculate. Let's just read the street value of any drug or controlled substances connected to or involve criminal charge. It's finding intent of the legislature that crimes involve drugs and other controlled substances are serious social concern, that flight of defendants avoid prosecution is serious or is of similar serious social concern. Oh my gosh. The nature and probability of intimidation and danger to victims. Whether the probable cause is to believe that the defendant committed a new crime while on pretrial release. Any other facts in the court considers relevant. Whether the crime charged is in violation of Chapter 874 or alleged subject to enhanced punishment under 874. I'm not quite sure what these statutes are, and I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole because I think this is just like, I think this is a whole nother, yeah. I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole or speculate on what the statute is saying here. But if it's not in violation of these specific statutes, and then let's get into the hearing. So we know what the judge has to consider when granting bond.
Don't engage, because if you get arrested for anything else, you'll be locked.
I'm gonna skip the intro.
In court this morning to try to beg and plead to the judge like a little bitch for bail after his arrest last night in Miami from the fight that we all know it happened, Elevation Fitness with the 7-foot monster, right? And this court hearing just happened.
So that was the initial interaction. Again, the victim is talking to Wes Watson, and Wes Watson, you can already see him wrap the belt around his hand.
Happened a few moments ago.
Or he's not wrapping the belt. He's taking it and is about to hit him.
And I'm going to show it to you here in full. Now, let me explain the process really quick for people that don't know. When you get arrested, you get taken in to county jail.
Oh, that's another thing. So Wes Watson has gone around the internet saying that he's like 6 foot. His arrest shows that he's 5'8". He's still going around the internet. Like supposedly he had a live stream with Jack Doherty where he was talking about how he's 6 foot and he's like still even denying the 5'8" claim. And it's just like, dude, why lie about your height? And it's just a dumb, stupid thing to lie about. 5'8" to me, like I'm 5'6", okay? So 5'8" to me is like pretty tall. Like, why would you lie about that? And I was talking to boyfriend about this, and I'm like, 5'8" is tall. And he's like, no, that's not tall, Leah. And I was like, yes, it is. He's like, no, I'm 5'8". That's short. And I was like, 5'8" is not short. He's like, it's below average. It's below average, the average height for men. And I was like, what? Like, serious? I thought like the average height for men was like 5'7" or whatever. 5'8" is like tall. So I just don't get it. Like, I literally don't get it. Like, 5'8's tall to me. And it's just like, I don't like understand why women are just like, oh my God, I need a guy that's like 6 foot tall or 6'7" or 6'4". It's just like, you guys are losers. You're losers. 5'8" is plenty of height. 5'8" is wonderful. If you're 5'8", you're tall enough for me. Like, it's just, I just don't get it. I literally don't get it. But Wes Watson lied about his height, and it's funny because he's getting ridiculed. I think it's laughable. I think it's a stupid thing to lie about. Why would you lie about your height? It's just dumb. Don't lie about your height. It's just stupid.
They book you. They process you. You wait all night like an asshole. They switch cells every hour so you can't sleep. And you're tired as hell the next day. Don't ask me how I know this. Okay? And the next...
So... just a FYI, this is the state attorney, Spanish interpreter, his attorney, Wes Watson, judge. Clearly.
morning, you wait to see the judge to see if they're going to give you bail. So this is not a trial. This is just a request.
Yeah, it's a pre-trial hearing.
For bail. Now, notice something. When you're watching this, they fuck up everywhere. They don't even see the guy has a prior, okay? But
so there's so many... there's so many questions I have as to why they didn't see that he didn't have a prior, because he was arrested. Wes Watson claims that he was arrested in California and that he was like, I don't know, like the John Gotti of like a level 4 prison. And I don't know. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what level 4 prison means. I don't know what that means. Does that mean like you're like super cool or like super gangster or whatever? I don't know. But he was like going around bragging like that, or bragging about something like that. And like people are like calling that out. People are also speculating that like his criminal background is fake. I don't know if it's fake. I don't think it's fake. But he was arrested in California. And I think that's the reason why they were saying he doesn't have any priors, because maybe they're saying he doesn't have any priors in the state of Florida. So I don't know if like the state's attorney would even see like charges outside the state. So that's speculative. It sucks that she said there's no priors. It sucks that she didn't realize that, but whatever.
But again, this is not a trial. This is just him begging and pleading with his bitch lawyer to try to get a bail for it. But look at their fuck-ups, number one. And number two, the asshole couldn't keep his mouth shut like I was saying earlier. He tried to open his mouth. And we know what kind of trouble he gets himself in when he does open it. So let's watch this together.
Present. Good morning, sir. Counsel, can you announce for the record, please?
Of course. Good morning, Your Honor. Michael-𝐤𝐿𝐻𝐿 on behalf of Mr. Watson.
And so I looked up his attorney's background. He's just a defense attorney. He's just a criminal attorney. He's not like a civil litigation attorney. He doesn't specialize in anything. The only thing that he specializes in is just criminal law. That's it. People are like, supposedly people are like also like, as a result of this hearing, or this hearing being live streamed, there are like posts on the Reddit saying, or a post on the Wes Watson Reddit saying, hey, don't harass his attorney. If people are like harassing his attorney all because he's representing Wes Watson, it's like, look, guys, his attorney did not pick Wes Watson. Wes Watson picked him. He's just taking money from Wes Watson. Okay. So I wouldn't go and harass the attorney.
Good morning. Do you have have you had a chance to review the arrest affidavit regarding?
I have not seen the affidavit, Your Honor. However, I am familiar with the facts and circumstances of the case. This was a fight that happened at Mr. Watson's gym where an individual challenged Mr. Watson to a fight, came into the gym, placed a recording device believed to be a cell phone down to watch him fight Mr. Watson. I believe Mr. Watson has numerous defenses, including stand your ground, self-defense, and consent to this charge. I understand this.
So it seems pretty standard. It seems like the attorney is just going with the self-defense, stand your ground, because there's stand your ground laws in the state of Florida. We have stand your ground laws in the state of Texas. Like I said in my previous video, it's going to be interesting to see, like, let's say if this does, because it will go to trial and this trial is live stream, it's going to be interesting to hear what his opening statements are, and how he's going to argue for Wes Watson in this case. So it seems like as a summary, he's going to say self-defense, stand your ground. He also agreed to meet with me.
State's theory. However, this individual came to Mr. Watson for the specific purpose of challenging him in a street fight. And then
This here, it says the CCTV shows the victim set up his phone to start recording the interaction between him and the defense.
All right. So the judge knows of video footage, but again, I don't think they've seen the actual footage part.
And it says the victim pushed the defendant.
correct.
So that was the initial, again, we've already talked about this. That was the initial shove where the phone was set up. He walked up, talked shit to Wes Watson, shove, stepped back and retreated. Then the victim shoved down toward Wes Watson, retreated more, and then they all ganged up on him. Wes Watson decided to hit him in the face, the victim in the face with the belt.
State.
I'm reading it, Your Honor.
He struck the victim.
I'm surprised that the state's attorney is like reading it because she should have been at least prepared before the hearing. I don't know why she's like reading it and trying to play catch up in this hearing. She should have at least known what she was arguing. And I think she's just like a loser for not knowing what specifically happened in this instance, but whatever, we're just going to ignore it. I think she kind of sucked in this hearing.
Several times at the weightlifting belt. And then other people join in striking and kicking the victim.
She's very passive state's attorney. It's very interesting how passive she is. She can raise her eyebrows.
I don't see any local or out-of-county priors here. I would defer to the court and just...
Okay, so she said out of county. So maybe, well, does out of county mean out of state? I wonder what, yeah, out of county would technically mean out of state. But I don't know if I don't know if they would be able to see out of state records like that. I think so. I think they would. I don't know. That's a good question. I have so many questions on what she meant by saying out of county. I'm just going to assume. I'll just assume that she meant in the state of Florida although out of county, but only in the state of Florida, possibly. Maybe she didn't see the California charges.
Just simply ask for the stay-away order.
The victim suffered a face fracture, concussion, and 2 black.
And the stay away order is just like, interested in what the stay away order specifically would entail. I think it's just like a no contact kind of thing. Like you need to not contact the victim and leave them alone. Maybe it's like a protective order and they just now say stay away order. But it's interesting on that as well. I have so many questions for the state attorney, or assistant to the state attorney, or assistant state attorney. It says assistant state attorney. So, I have so many questions for her, but I can't talk to her. So,
Black eyes, but it looks like you have a very valid legal argument, Mr. Gottlieb.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask for an ROR.
Well, your order to stay away from the alleged victim.
I think in bond hearing specifically, the only person that does provide the legal argument is the defense, not the state attorney.
No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home, school, and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yeah.
All right. So I understand he went to the gym.
If I were Wes Watson's attorney, yeah is not the answer to have. Yes. You say, yes, ma'am. Yes. Not yeah.
He punched him and then
Rude. That's rude courtroom behavior. Don't like that.
he used a weight. He used a weight belt.
Correct.
So it aggravated. There's probable cause for, I guess, the felony. You want me to split them both, 2,500 each? I'm not giving an ROR.
I understand, Judge. 5,000 is acceptable. Thank you.
$2,500 bond count one, $2,500 bond count two. Have a good day, sir.
I think it's funny how this entire thing is 5,000 total, because it apparently, according to Wes Watson, he can wipe his ass with $5,000. This bond is nothing.
Your Honor, you too. Mr. Watson, I'll take care of that. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Could you repeat the bonds?
As if what, and then this maneuver right here, because Wes Watson's ego is not big enough, he has to do this, and it's so funny.
$2,500 count one, $2,500 count two with the stay away order. If he comes to your gym, call the police. Don't engage, because if you get arrested for anything else, you'll be locked up in jail until your trial.
Okay, I just want to, real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any statements. You and I can talk.
It's so funny. It's dude, can you just learn how to shut the fuck up for 1 second? You're so ego driven. Just shut up. Just shut up. It's your mouth that got you here in the first place. You decided to challenge people and send people to your gym. That's how stupid you are. That's how fucking dumb you are. You are so dumb that you give the address to your gym away and you tell people to show up. How stupid can you be? How dumb are you? For me personally, I care about my safety and the safety of the people I care about. That's number one to me. If you do something to risk my safety, you're trash. I don't like you. I don't like you. You're trash. And I don't want anything to do with you. And if you're going around, and if I personally know you and you're going around giving the address to the gym that we go to fight people because you have such a tiny ass dick to where you need to prove that you're a man to fight someone in a parking lot because you're just so stupid. It's just insanity to me. It's just insane. You got yourself in this position. You have nobody to blame but yourself. If you want to sit there at the end of the day and say, hey, God, or hey, dear sweet Lord baby Jesus, why me? It's your actions. You don't need to ask why you. You just need to look in the mirror. It's just you in general. You're just a toxic personality. You're just dumb. You're just stupid. That's what it is. It's stupidity. That's the reality of the situation. I can't think of any other person that I personally know, or even on the internet, in the commentary community, that would freely give out their address to anybody on the internet and say, yeah, hey, show up. Show up and fight. Yeah, let's show up and fight. What? Like, it's just insane. And then on top of it, he's just like talking. He thinks it's okay. Oh yeah, let me control this situation. And you know what? Let me give my 2 cents in this courtroom proceeding. What? Because you're the expert? It's Shut the Fuck Up Friday, you fucking loser. You pay your attorney to talk for you. Just shut up. How about you get your money's worth and just shut up? That's how like deceiving these shots are.
You should have to earn the right.
He sits at like an angle. He always films at like the angle to try and look like look as if like he's massive, right? He's like wide. And it's like, nah, you kind of look really tiny, bro. You look tiny. You don't. Yeah. Oh, no, these shots aren't a great example because he has a shirt on. Where was it? This shot right here, like he looks smaller. See, he looks bigger in this shot. He looks like just like a normal bodybuilder, right? See, like he looks bigger close up, but like I don't know. Maybe it's the angle. He looks small right here. I don't know why. He just looks smaller. Dude, maybe he's not doing as much steroids. Let's see if we can get thought-provoking advice from his goon. So this was like one of the goons that decided to join in on the beating up of the guy. Let's see if we can get like really, really thought-provoking advice from the goon.
You gotta do in life. A lot of times, even when you don't feel like doing it, you just gotta do it.
Oh my God. What a loser. You just, sometimes if you don't want to do in life, you just gotta do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do in life. A lot of times, even when you don't feel like doing it, you just gotta do it.
Oh my God. Wow. W. Oh, that is so thought-provoking. Holy shit, dude. You just got to do it. Sometimes, even though you don't want to do it, you got to do it. Do it, dude. Just do it. Like, yes. Yes, goon. Yes, goon. You do want to do. Even if you don't want to do it. I don't want to pay my water bill, but you got to pay your water bill or you get no water. Like, this is such a doof. What a loser. What a total fucking loser. Then he writes, sacrifice and putting everything on the line is needed to live your best life. What the fuck are you saving money for? Why do you want to keep holding off till tomorrow to start? You must sacrifice the partying. you must sacrifice sleeping in on the weekends or days off. You must take that chance on the business you want to start. There's no right time, so stop being a little bitch and go all in. I have to put everything I have on the line for the 100th time when moving to Miami and starting all over in every part of my life. You can too. So build that courage, passion, and consistency up with the positive action and determination. Go after it now. What the fuck are you waiting for? Consistency is key. Then somebody says, real talk 100. Then someone else says, they're waiting for the new year. Laughy emoji. Dude, people fall for this. This is so dumb.
You gotta do what you gotta do in life. A lot of times, even when you don't feel like doing it, you just gotta do it.
What a, oh my god. What a loser. What a loser goon. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so thought-provoking advice right there. Oh wow, 3 plates on each side doing a squat. Whoa, holy shit. I'm kidding. 3 plates on each side is pretty impressive. Oh, he did it. All right. Okay. So he's doing like really great weightlifting right here. W. Okay. Good job for doing 3 fucking plates. Okay. I'm being a hater. But anyways, guys, that's the Wes Watson updates. The goons, they're doing 3 plates on each side. At least they're doing 3 plates on each side. W for doing 3 plates on each side. Maybe they'll get to 4 next time we're around. We'll keep up with it. But that's the advice for today. Sometimes you got to do what you want to do in life, and even if you don't want to do it, you just got to do it. You got to do what you want to do in life. And even if you don't want to do it, you got to do it. Dude, love ya. Bye.